Mitch McConnell says we probably need to have another stimulus. What does that mean? I actually think there could be a warning in this. Welcome to today's Next Wise Step video. My name's Mike Bernard. I am the host of the Wise Money Show. I'm also one of the certified financial planners right here at Korhorn Financial Group. Welcome. If you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and smash that thumbs up button. Why? Apparently we're going to get another stimulus bill, this time from the Senate as opposed to the House, but I'm actually concerned depending on what's in it. Let me tell you why. All right, so Mitch McConnell came out, I don't know why, but every time I see him talk, I think of Eeyore, just, oh, bother. But he came out yesterday and said, listen, we probably do need to have another stimulus. But then Senator Kennedy said, but it will not be the House plan. Well, that thing's dead on arrival. Senate's gonna come up with our own deal. This tells me this could take a long time for us to get another stimulus. Meanwhile, we are getting very, very close to the first round of the PPP money sort of being used up, meaning small businesses will run out of that aid if they got it in the first round. We're also inching closer and closer to the extra $600 per week unemployment benefit, pandemic unemployment benefit. That's going to be ending in July. And here's why I'm bringing that up. My concern, and you've heard it here before, is that the stimulus efforts go in and they're injected into the financial system, but they don't make its way to the consumers. The money doesn't actually trickle down to your pocket. Money like the extra $600 in unemployment pandemic assistance, that actually does. That's a huge help. It's an enormous help, right? And a direct payment would actually trickle down to you. But most of these stimulus dollars actually do not. They go into the financial system, into banks, big business, and so on, but they don't make it down to your pocket. Why is that, and why is that a problem? Let me show you a chart of the velocity of money. What in the world does velocity of money actually mean? Think of it like a table at a restaurant. If you own a restaurant, you want to flip that table, you want to turn that table as many times as possible in a given night. So if you've got a family come in, you sit them at that table, you want to get them in and out while they still have a good experience. You don't want to rush them out, but every hour or so, you want to flip that table so then another person can come in and order food, and then another person can come in and order food. So you want to flip that table. So how frequently in a night can you have someone sitting at that same table? So the velocity of money, I make it with that analogy. It's basically how quickly does the same dollar get spent. So if I spend $1 on a cheeseburger at McDonald's, how quickly does McDonald's spend that same dollar to buy goods and services and so on? So if you look at this chart, the velocity of money is at an all-time low, okay? And if you notice that trend, it's been trending down for the last 20 years. A couple other things I'd point out. Even going back to the 1960s, during recessions, the velocity of money slows more. I mean, look at that on that chart. So that would make sense. During a recession, people are less likely to spend money, right? So if you spend $1, the person that actually received that dollar from you, they are more reluctant to spend that same dollar, right? So it's going to slow during recessions. And guys, this trend that has been really since the late 90s going down, or for your perspective, going down this way, it's just going to get worse because now we're in a recession. So what coincides? All this stimulus. If you look at the massive amount of stimulus that we've had over the past decade or more than that, it coincides with this slowing down of money in the economy. Money's not getting into your hands. Let me show you another chart that overlays this as well. That is the velocity of money and inflation. Because money's not making its way into your pocket, that means you can't spend it. That means we're not seeing inflation. Now, there's a bunch of conspiracies out there that says, well, this is all part of the big plan. We can't have inflation because then we'll have high interest rates, and we're borrowing so much money right now, we can't have high interest. And so You could take this to the ends of the earth with conspiracy theories, but the truth is stimulus dollars are not making its way into your pocket, and therefore money is slowing down in the economy and we're seeing less inflation. So what does that mean for this stimulus? And what does that mean for you? First and foremost, number one, I already said, you and I, we should all be greatly disappointed in our politicians, because it's likely, while we've got businesses and individuals hanging in the balance, it's likely another stimulus round is going to be very, very politicized, and it's going to not be approved as quickly as it should. Likely it will also not actually make its way, much of it, into your pocket. That's the disappointing thing. Will we get another $1,200 check? Will we get some monthly amounts? I don't know. I would guess another $1,200 check, but guys, that's not going to move the needle for you, and it's not going to move the needle on how quickly the money can turn around in the economy. So to me, that's a very, very negative and disappointing thing. The second thing that I would tell you is this likely means we will have very low inflation for the foreseeable future. So for those of you that are looking to retire soon, or those of you that are looking to replace your income, you might want to be aware of that when you're doing projections for your retirement and so on. If you're expecting interest rates and inflation to be 3-4% like in the past, this chart, I'm no prophet here, but this chart suggests you should not expect that. You should not rely on that. So if you're relying on Social Security to get an increase each and every year, you might not see that. The third thing that I would tell you is, if you're someone that likes to live off of interest, or likes to have a lot of money in CDs and in the bank and get some interest off of it, likely you've seen a big crunch in those numbers in the past couple of months. And these charts suggest we're not going to see interest rates come back anytime soon. It will be harder for you to get good interest. That will put strains on your pension. If you have a pension, just expect that they're going to ask you to take it lump sum, or they might even cut your pension. If you're looking to invest in CDs, interest rates are going to be terrible, likely for a long time. And if you're someone that's looking to retire, you're going to need to find a different way to get income from your investments. Those are your three takeaways, but they all lead back to, once again, you need to have a comprehensive financial plan in place, working with a certified financial planner who's conflict-free, trying to help you navigate your financial decisions, get you from point A to point B in your financial life. Contact your certified financial planner. Talk about, hey, how does all of this relate to me? How does all this change and impact my plan? Of course, we're always here to help at Korhorn Financial Group. You can find us online, korhorn.com, that's Korhorn with a K, or give us a call, 574-247-5898. All right, that's it for today. Go out and take your next wise step in your financial life.